Good evening, good morning, good night, whatever the case might be where you are in the world, and welcome to another scene in London. Requiem for London, the city of martyrs. Tonight, there's a meeting between loving and adoring siblings. Well, at least siblings. Emily has sent a text. There's been a text back and forth between Emily and her, from what they can gather, blood brother. Seemingly they seem to share the same sire. A bit concerning, perhaps, for some, but that seems to be the case. It's a car park. Not the most expensive part of town, but it's a pretty decent part of town. And, yes, we will start with this brother of Emily's. Which method is he using to get there, I wonder?
Well, London is a big place. Take a while to get around. Yeah. But he'll just take a shoddy vehicle. His probably, considering his resources and the fact that he recently arrived, probably. No, he'd probably have a car. He'd probably have a car. He would have a car. Nothing special. Not an old banger, but probably used. He wouldn't have it in the car park. He'd probably park it like some ways down the road, and then just walk the rest of the way. Wearing his hoodie and looking rather suspicious in an area fairly close to one of the docks and quays of London.
Perhaps he's more like most people around this area. I would not know myself, but one can always make the worst assumptions of places. Be a judgmental prick, but regardless, as he's making his way, he will get to look at the place, and actually, I will just roll in the rolls thingy a chance die, as we love so much. That right?
Oh.
Or is that just
rolling? Do you need me to link you to Rosie? Okay, no, it's not what I want. You're gonna dice roll right now. Okay, the links. Oh, damn it. Well, never mind. I'm in your dice roller now.
There we go. Yeah, like, this place seems, there's still a couple of things open. But you will see, like, Emily is not you see her, like she's standing there. She has a bit of a different attire, not too different, but a little bit different. You can tell that she's wearing, for lack of a better word, gym clothing, but she does have a hoodie on. Um, but like she has some sort of, I don't know, yoga pants, like fairly tight fitting, obviously training clothes. You would jog or something like that. And this, compared to the baggy clothes you've seen her in before, really makes a bit more of a point of like she has fairly muscular legs, especially. Um, Not much is clear, but she's just standing there, and you see her like she's about to wave at you at some point, but she just like the arm comes about like 1/3 up the way for a wave, and then it just stops, and she puts it down and just moves a little and seems to be waiting for you.
She just shuffles inconspicuously.
Yes. Anyone looking at these two would say that a drug deal is definitely not about to take place.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. Jonathan's clean.
Totally.
But yeah, he just walks on up to you.
Oh, hi. Good to see you again.
Hey, what is it?
Yeah, I've heard a couple of things about, I don't know how much you know, but there's this place called the Shunt Club. It used to be run by this weirdo, I think. I'm not sure. Called him, like, people called him the Bunny or something. I don't know, it's weird. Anyways, he used to run this place called the Shunt Club, and I'm fairly sure that I scouted the place out, and something's going on, and I think there might be something in there that would shed light on what happened to the people who used to live here, and someone definitely do not want us to have a look in there. There's some sort of private security there. Nothing major, like I think they've got like pepper spray and maybe a stun gun or something. But nothing major, but it's still significant enough compared to, or considering, what you would expect there to be. Namely, pretty much nothing. Someone has hired a private security firm to keep that place under some significant, well, somewhat significant surveillance. That means there's something in there. And seeing as it was a, from what I can gather, Carthian place of interest, I want to have a look at it, but I might need some help.
How are you gonna break in? Not exactly Nosferatu or a maquette.
I know. That's what I said. Why I need the help.
You seem more suited, if I may dare say, more direct forms of entry.
Yeah, but there's, direct entry when there's whoever to watch in this place is not something we want. We want to do this somewhat quietly. So I'm thinking maybe there's
You thinking this is start?
well, I don't know what you do, but I was thinking maybe there was a way to distract them or affect their day-to-day jobs maybe if someone were to get hired on a short notice, or maybe like I was thinking maybe it's like if someone knew a lot of people that could, I don't know, throw a party or like cause a lot of trouble and seemingly wanting to get into the place, it would distract them long enough for someone to sneak in. See, there are two entrances. There's a main entrance and a back entrance, but the back entrance is kind of that part of the city has some weird moonlight that is kind of not so good for the skin. I would hesitate to call it burning, but it's almost.
To be honest, the people who are taking charge of that place are probably enlightened hunters.
Right. All the more reason for us to look into it.
The question is, if you get caught in their new establishment, there's not exactly going to be a lot of exit options for you.
And that's why I'm asking my blood relation to help me.
With the blood sympathy, you get like, how to put it, he does not take the notion of you calling him a blood relation well. It is a very frankly put, it pisses him off. Yeah, well, I need a plan here because I'm not just going to run in chopping people up.
Yeah, but like, do you have like pull like financially or something like that, or like would you be able to influence this company? If not, do you like know some people to, maybe cause a scene?
I'm sorry. Do I look like I come from the Bank of England?
No.
There's your answer.
Right. Okay. So you could get a lot of people riled up, right?
No. I don't know what makes you think I could do that. I exactly have an army under my control. If I had an army under my control, I'd already be a prince of a different city, and I wouldn't be here.
Like you can tell, like Emily just it's again, it's not straightforward. Like she gets a little annoyed. It's like it's a mixture of she's partly uncertain, partly annoyed, and partly nervous of something. Like it's a mixture. It's hard to quantify. Like it's like what? But anyways,
Look, I don't die very quickly. I can make animals my friends, and I can cut people with my fingers. I'm also very good at tracking things. Usually of a kindred.
Okay, fine.
But infiltration is not exactly an area of expertise. I can pick a lock. I can sneak past the local donut eating officer. I'm not, however, exactly well suited towards large scale corporate espionage. Is this what this is?
No, it's looking into someone who used to be a big player in the city who died. There might be stuff in there. There might be some information, something that used to maybe like notes or maybe a sign as to what happened, who killed all those people? Like, I think we all want to know who did it so we can avoid it, or at least guard ourselves as much as possible.
Could have a chat with the local mice. Do you know who this bunny guy is? What clan he was? Anything about him?
No, I don't.
Great. Fuck. Well, I'll have a chat with the local wildlife so I can find out.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Like, ask them if there's. The thing is, under the club, there's supposedly this network of tunnels where a lot of people hid, apparently. And I'm thinking there might be something down there, which makes me think that there might also be more than one exit underground. Like, why have a giant system of tunnels if not have an exit tunnel somewhere?
I'll see if there's some open entrances outside this club then.
Yeah, or maybe there's someone blocked off, but we can clear it. I'm sure we can clear it.
I'm sure you can clear it.
Right. And she just looks a little confused for a couple of seconds. She's just right.
He just smiles at her like this big old troll
So
face.
so if we go in there, do you can I count on you coming with me?
Yeah. Or he looks at her. What I guess because of the blood sympathy. What is her emotional state right now? Does she come across as scheming, suspicious?
She. Wow, this is actually fairly complex. You get this scared, like nervous feeling of expecting to be betrayed or expecting to be um, very disappointed, being blown off.
She's disappointed that he is expecting to be betrayed. Okay.
No. Like she is, like she's fearing to be blown off by you.
Uh, um. He'll just say, "Yeah, I'm coming along. Don't try anything."
Oh, okay, okay, great. I mean, of course I won't. Right.
Shit, I'm gonna have to find. Oh god, there's gonna be no scent left of this bunny guy here. But maybe I'll be able to pick up something else.
I think talking to like smaller animals, like mice, as you said, is probably a very good idea.
Rats will inhabit the sewers.
Yeah, and they'll probably be able to get through most things that might be blocked. It's a very good idea.
Hmm.
I'm. She looks at him. Like you get like a bit of a feeling of embarrassment or like feeling a bit like a failure. You get like a hint of that from Emily. She just nods and thinks and just says, "So, you want to uh, do you have any plans for tonight or?"
Yeah, I was gonna go for a walk. Why?
I don't know. Maybe you want to, I don't know, stay and talk a little.
There's this very blank stare.
You know, we're. And she looks around again. Just, we have the same, like, we come from the same place, right? Like we're share wolf,
And
you saw that freak show thing that happened at the Knob, right?
yeah, she hasn't shown up since I last came back.
No, no, like what happened? What? Not her. She was nice, but like what happened? Like, don't you think that maybe it was just her making, I don't know, something, but maybe it was like a sign or something. Like she's able to do magic. Who knows what it was?
And she literally can do magic. That's one of her skills.
Yeah, but don't you think we should like talk or something? Like,
I mean, I've known you, what? I've met you twice. I don't really see why coming from the same side should really change anything on that front.
but but we're um like you see that statement just kind of not freaking her out, but she seems lost for a moment as she just stands there and like, but shouldn't it? Like we're blood relation, like.
Well, I mean, by that standard, the wolf is a blood relation, and I should love that guy. No,
But
doesn't make any
for a couple
sense.
of seconds, you see Emily's face as she just seems to relax a little, and then it's immediately like we're talking like a fraction of a second or maybe a second or two, then replaced with you get this sense of immense dread just wash over her, and she just says, "But he's our sire. He's like I'm honored to be his child. Like, aren't you?"
There is the sort of understanding, or rather, there is the, yeah, you feel that John has the understanding of something that something has been confirmed to him that he expected from the start, but he now seems more at ease now that he has this, degree of understanding. Yeah, sure. Look, the point I'm making here is that just because we're blood relations doesn't mean we're magically friends. If you want trust and friendship, earn it.
Um. Okay. Okay. Sure.
You know what the saying is about trust? How it's like this big old tower that's really easy to knock down and takes a fuck ton of time to build. That's basically completely accurate.
Right. Right. Yeah, but I get that. But it's
Then please stop expecting all these miracles out of me.
she
I could
nods,
I could walk away and I would not be wrong to do so right now.
but you haven't walked away. We're still
Now
talking.
I'm curious. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you about where I stand.
I
Like, do I trust you?
appreciate that.
Fucking no. You're a complete stranger to me. And you're asking me to do this thing that could very easily get me killed. And I'm not really sure how it's going to benefit any of us, which doesn't exactly make me at ease.
Well, it's going to benefit us by us getting some information on what happened in the city, and if either of us are going to stay in the city, we need more information to make sure that we don't join the people who are fucking wasted by whatever happened.
And what about who's in the city right now?
There's a couple of people I've met. What about them?
Who are they?
Kindred?
Yeah, I'm asking about the kindred. Who are they?
Well, there's this fairly. She's about to say something, and then she just says, "This big guy. He owns a club, Envy. And she gives a vague description of the area. He actually wanted to invite you to, meet him there. It's a. I don't know. I don't really know these kinds of places, but it seemed relatively all right. Um, if I didn't know better, I think he's from the southern United States, but I could be wrong. But his accent is funny. Um, Emil was his name.
Emil?
Yeah, yeah. La something. Um, Labont, Lafont, Le Sant. I can't remember. It was O'Connor or something. And another guy called James Barber or James E. Barber.
Seems to be amused at this name. Oh, what did you get from this E. Barber fellow? Was he like, yeah, fun chap?
He seemed, well, I think he's older than normal. Well, he seemed to have a, and takes out, like, you see earbuds for a MP3 player or phone or something.
MP3.
No, but like she just puts them out and she just says he was kind of confused about these. I don't think he was kind of on board with phones. It seemed to have, but well, confuse him or something. So he might be older than just normal. Like he's confused, with some of the latest developments.
Even old kindred are generally able to keep up with technology.
I don't know. It seemed to confuse him. That's what I got. But
I mean, he's not going to make it far out of one of the most technological cities in the world.
probably not. But that's one thing I got. Another thing is that he seemed, a little general old school, like, but not that much. Like he was, he seemed fairly organized and fairly straightforward.
Straightforward, yeah. But I don't doubt.
No, I mean straightforward in the sense that he was fairly clear with his intentions.
Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt them. At least in part.
He's also the sheriff.
Ha! There is no sheriff.
Well, he's the one that, what was it? The bartender said who proclaimed himself sheriff. Like that's how he said it, but yeah, that's the guy. Barber, Mr. Barber. Yeah.
He's either extremely competent, extremely arrogant, or extremely stupid. Or any combination of those last two. There's no sheriff in a city without a prince. The very notion is absurd. A sheriff is an office fulfilled, or rather, it is one that is put there at the courtesy of a prince. Without a prince, there is no sheriff. It is wholly dependent on the notion of a prince existing. Although I'm sure he's very proud to be someone's happy little servant.
Emily doesn't respond to that. He just No, it's very light, slightly, and just well, the other Emil, guy who owns that club, he seemed very eager to appear as a good host. Um, and
That's a start. It's a step up from the
actually,
wannabe marshal.
well, he actually did offer blood and was hospitable when I was there. And the fact that he wanted to extend invitations to people and host them, I suppose that's like he's a bit. Uh, and she makes notions to the fat, like this guy is probably very fat, as she makes notions to a certain size of person. But you know, um, he seemed very friendly, and well, at least, well, not like too friendly, like he was trying too hard, but genuinely, courteous. That O'Connor guy, on the other hand, he seemed a little more Riley. I don't know. It was maybe it was something about him. Maybe I don't know. It was like something about him rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know.
Connor, huh? What do you look like?
He had a fairly significant scar on his face.
I will see. Looks like people are finally getting to know each other. Like a happy little school reunion.
Well, are you going to go to the you should really think about accepting his invitation. I mean,
I'll accept his invitation. It'd be rude for me not to.
oh, okay, that's good.
Besides, he seems like the least, how to say, least incapable out of those other two.
Well, I don't. I can't make any judgments on that.
Well, take the time to figure out who your friends are, because you're not going to have any yet. And anyone who is saying they're your friend is fucking lying their ass off.
See, that's the. She stops. Well, so far, no one has said they were my friend, so I suppose that's a good thing.
Yeah, but what were you actually going to say to me?
Sorry?
You've been tumbling over your words. What were you going to say?
I just said that, like, no one has told me that I'm their, like, they are my friend, so no one has been outright lying to me. And that's a good thing, like, right? Or, well, I suppose.
Has someone been acting like your friend?
She looks at you, and you get, well, you can't really get that sense of, no, yak
No.
off, but, like, she does look at you for a couple of moments, like, you're certainly not acting like my friend, jack off. Like, you almost get that for a moment, as she just looks at you, and she's not hiding that, like, You're being rude, kind of. You're not acting like my friend, so no. Like, she just says, well, not really. Well, I suppose Emil, but, well,
That's what concerns me about him.
a friend, but you could as well just take that as good manners and just him being a good host.
And that's the thing, yeah. Like,
So,
he might just be keeping up appearances. It's not really about being anyone's friend. It's just about not destroying one's own reputation. Not that anyone has one here yet.
well, he's starting to, I suppose.
Gotta start from somewhere, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll help you with your thing then. Look
Right.
into it. How good are you at our thing, our clan thing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? How good?
I can rip pink things apart from my hands as well.
Oh, okay, that actually works. I was gonna say, you're gonna need to want those qualities if you want to explore the sewer. It's fucking pitch black down there. Not that I've been down there, but
I got
a
that.
couple of times. But
I got that covered. Trust me, I'm fairly good at that, actually. And she just kind of gestures to herself and just says, "I've spent quite some time, well, training."
that I can see. Actually, one thing I did want to ask you. I know you're looking for information, but do you have any idea what form that information is going to take? Like, are we going to have to run down, like, some sort of fucking enlightened official or something?
I don't know, but I'm bringing flashlights, some strings or something to find our way, and some paper and pencil paper,
Take some
just in case we need to map out the place.
Take some lockpicks and get in touch with one of the local rats. They'll be able to show you around.
Why, like, our original plan is, like, you speak to the rats. I think that would be the best thing.
Yeah. I'll get us a tour guide.
Super. Good. Thanks. Thanks for helping out. Like, look, if you need help in the future, just let me know, okay?
You don't need to thank me. I'm benefiting myself from this, aren't I? So there would be no point.
Like, again, like, her eyes just narrow a little. Just, right. Like, me being polite to you and saying thank you. Like, yeah, fuck that.
I'm
And
not
she actually
saying it's
says
bad.
that.
I'm just saying it's superfluous.
Oh, I suppose.
I mean, thanking someone for looking out for themselves is... I mean, I guess I'm taking a risk.
Was that so hard?
Now he knows his eyes at you.
Like, she doubts for like a couple of moments, and then she just, you know what they say about reputation, right? Like what you just said about building a reputation. You know, if you go around acting like this towards everyone, you're gonna get one shit reputation real fucking fast, right?
I mean, it depends. Emil seems like he'd be alright. This barber fellow... Fuck, depends on how he acts. I'm gonna have to get the fucking claws out just to make the point.
Yeah.
Sounds like you'd be dumb enough to try for it.
She looks at him. She says, "You would be fairly unwise to do that.
What's that?
I think he's connected."
Okay. It's irrelevant. This is the city where connections actually don't really matter that much. We're all alone here.
Well, him and Emil, I think they share clan, so there is that. And secondly,
Doesn't really concern me that much.
it should. I don't think threatening him is probably a very, very bad idea. Just saying.
I can think of at least 5 different ways off the top of my life how I could make these people's lives a living hell if I really wanted to, which involves next to no risk on my part whatsoever.
Right, but you have heard of certain. She looks around. Certain things, right?
My concern is that if this guy tries to assert his authority over me, I'm going to tell him to fuck off. He's going to get pissy and throw a punch, and I'm going to have to take out the claws. Then I'll probably send him running back with his tail between his legs.
Yeah, but what if he knows, like, our, like the group, like the people on top, and she looks around again, just like the Crimson people. Like, what if he's connected to those? I don't know, but
are those people here? They're sending us in. They're not sending in an army.
No, but they're still a thing. Like, it's probably a very bad idea. Like,
if they want control, then they should come here and seize it instead of hiding behind a bunch of chairs in the local fucking parliament building. Rather than sending in a bunch of bootlickers. Because I can sure as hell tell you right now, there aren't that many people that are going to listen to a bunch of bootlickers.
One moment.
La 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 la.
Just gonna roll something. That's.
What dice are you rolling? I see you rolled 2 dice.
What?
It's not her resistance to frenzy.
No, I rolled 4 there. Like, she tenses up.
You rolled 4, I see a 7 and an 8.
It's in Requiem thingy. It's the one called Requiem.
Oh, you're in mine. There you go. Yeah, I see it. Oh, you got tens. Tens you can re-roll. You can roll 2 additional dice because you got 2 tens.
Okay. But you don't need to. Like.
You don't need to, but like if you get really lucky, you could get an exceptional success.
Nope. I don't know if that did anything. No, that's fine. Well, never mind the last one. But she just looks at you and just says, I don't think they're sending in completely useless people, honestly. They're pulling strings for a reason.
Uh-huh.
If you attack one of them, you're probably going to have to defend yourself from multiple people.
That's not really a concern of mine.
It should be.
No crosses. Arms at her. And kind of look directly at her. And say, what are you implying?
That the wolf is sending some of these people. At least I think so. And if he's handpicked someone to send here, crossing them, sure, we might be able to fend off some of them, but it's bad. It's really fucking bad.
I could send you some shoes if you want.
Are you always this much of a... She doesn't finish that sentence.
Considering that in 10 years, fuck all has changed. Yeah, a little bit. It's just the same fucking routine. Are you rolling dice?
Yeah, I'm rolling physical dice. Nothing like just to
Okay.
get sorry. It just to think.
I mean, they're literally the same now as they were 10 years ago.
Right, but in
Same tricks, same fights, same groveling, same fucking mind control and happy little servants who they've bound to them.
and yet you seem to be implying that you haven't really had any contact with your sire, meaning you've pretty much just been left alone, right?
I left myself alone.
Okay, so you haven't been, like, you can tell through the blood sympathy, like, Emily's getting fairly fucking furious now. Like, she's getting quite angry. She's in control, but it's clear, like, she is not, like, he just says, look, perhaps you should investigate a little bit more about what people get subjected to before you say the same old tricks and nothing changes, okay? Just be careful with thinking that you have had it the worst.
I know what they do to people.
Okay, so don't tell me that things haven't changed.
No, I got lucky. I escaped. That's more or less what it comes down to. And even then, it was closer to abandonment. So let's not change how it is. Both situations are shit, just on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Your situation is nothing like my situation.
It's also not a dick measuring contest.
No, because you would lose. And as soon as she says that, Emily just like, forget I said anything.
Are you gonna put up with that?
I'm saying you. I'm not saying like that was stupid. Okay, I don't have. It's fucking like I
There's
don't
a bit of
talk like that
concern
normally.
coming out from Jonathan at this point.
Like
People always underestimate the power of walking away.
and some people mouth off and get their asses kicked.
My ass hasn't been kicked.
No, you haven't. I've just seen people who go walk into a dick measuring contest and end up getting, well, and she just looks like you feel this sense of like wanting to end the conversation. Like there's a fairly distinctive shift in something. Like as soon as she said begin to talk about this part of it. She just says, "Well, I have some things I need to. I I, I have some things I need to see to. I will be in contact with the thing. And thanks once again." And she just nods, and she she begins to walk away.
He'll catch up to her for a moment and said, I believe you wanted to walk and talk.
No, it's fine. It's um, it's fine. Like you can tell that it's gradually being replaced by a sense of nervousness or fear. I don't know. And she walks like, look, forget like it doesn't matter. It's really it's nothing. Like
It very much matters.
well, it's regarding our. She looks around. She whispers to you like our sire. Like just leave it alone, okay?
I can't do that.
Yes, you can because I'm telling you to.
No, I can't do that. Like, I'm not telling you that isn't something. It's like I can do no notice. There's unfinished business there that needs to be resolved.
Look, if I tell you this, we're both in more danger, okay? And as she begins to walk, you will see. She walks over to a building that you probably passed on your way here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gym of some sort.
All right.
And she walks in, and she walks in through a back entrance, and she actually lets you come in through the back entrance.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big place, and she just looks around. There's no one here, not in the back room. And she just says, "Okay, listen. Do you want to know why our situations are so different?
You go ahead.
Our sire made me do quite a few things. It ended up with me killing quite. I killed some people. Okay, I killed quite a few, and he doesn't give a shit. Okay, and he doesn't quit. He doesn't let up. He's a hunter. He's relentless, and I should never have told you that. Like, blood is actually starting to, like, she's like you can see she's beginning to cry a little as she just wipes it furiously away, or tries to. She finds some towel, some paper towel, and just begins to clean it. Just look. Forget I said anything about this. And at some point, I will tell you. But right now, I need to just make sure that our sire is somewhat busy, so he doesn't hear too much of this, okay? For all we know, someone is listening that's going to report directly to him, and we're going to be fucked.
All right, fine. To be fair, there's like he says that very. I said that way too quickly. He says, "All right, fine."
Okay, she washes the blood away, the remnants of it, and she's just. It's not. It's also not easy for me to talk about this, but it was. I will tell you at some point, okay?
Yeah, like you don't have to. Like, it's not my call, it's yours.
Thanks. Actually, I will do something else. Give me one moment.
I'll say this: he'll try and memorize the scent of your blood because he has particular merit.
Oh. You will see odd or even.
Even?
Okay, even it is. And it's odd, so it's the other person. Then it will be one of the doors will open, and this girl will stick her head in, and she'll just say, "Hey, Ems, you in here? I know I'm not supposed to." Oh, hi. She smiles at you. I
Yes,
didn't know
sir.
you had. Who's this? And Emily just looks panicky as she just says, "Oh, this is he wasn't feeling well. He's leaving now. It's fine. I'll be right out." Okay. And she just closes the door. Um, and you can hear, like, you can swear you can almost hear a giggle as she leaves.
Wow.
And she has a smile on her face, and she just
Shit.
she, Emily just like, okay, listen, we'll talk later, okay? And
Yeah, I also get more interruptions. Just puts his thumb back to the door and just laughs.
okay, I'll talk to you later. And yeah, Emily shows you out, and once again, like, semi apologizes or says thank you, somewhere in between.
Oh, worries
And
about it. He like jabs her on the shoulder, like lightly, not painfully.
she doesn't really know what to do with that. She just says just right, and she just goes back inside.
All right.
And yeah, um, yeah,
We'll walk off back to his vehicle.
and with that, I believe that the scene will come to a close. Thank you very much, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. Good night.